Well, the first knowledge-based products naturally pass through technology. I mean, for the first time in Iran, we are going to manufacture something that wasn't being manufactured before through the technology and with the help of the R&D, the knowledge-based sectors, we will have access to this product or service for the first time. When the product is commercialized, it will replace imports. Next is currency import, meaning that the products have such a quality and are commercially powerful that they can compete internationally. Next, we will be looking for international cooperations. That way we can strengthen this cycle. Through all these steps, we have some challenges. Some are general and some are specific to that step. For instance, there is a challenge in the currency import step, which means those companies actually manage to import currency. Well, in order to see which of those challenges are more important, first we have to communicate with all the innovative companies and authorities. We have gathered them all around and established a list of all their challenges. We found some priorities, but they all believed that currency commitments was the biggest and main challenge. So, in order to reach such a thing, we had to cooperate with the unions themselves. Would we be able to do that as a single company? No. So we asked for help from the knowledge-based companies and organizations, and we kept forward down that path. We had a model for challenge solving, and we saw that this model completely fits the committee. I will explain all these realism, innovation, and creativity. In realism, you have to ask yourself, does only the agency's views matter? The first thing you should do is to know the agency's view. What happens that the governor insists for 100% return of money? Previously, they had settled for 90%. Knowledge-based company thought that 90% is not good enough, and the government agreed with them. Well, we had to take the government's reasoning into account. Government's view must be understood. What did the agency say? They said that if I'm going to take my product into a very competitive world of foreign and international market, I need time to make a brand, I need time to prove the quality, I will have to invest, so I will have higher expenses. I will need to return 80% of my money. In addition, I will need more time because what if I sell my products on credit? So we have a challenge named 4 months. Why did the government thought that they need 4 months to return the money? Because they needed to sell the product in that network as soon as possible. So we have two views. We have to close these two up. The first thing we did was to understand the situation because resolving this means cooperation. You cannot only do this by going through the media and yelling. Different sectors must cooperate. Sometimes the competition among the divisions diffuses their cooperation. What did we do? because we didn't want to diffuse the cooperation, we set up a shared secretariat with the vice presidency of knowledge and with SAMT. Then we went to Ministry of Economics and Central Bank. This was the realism that we had to possess. As the second part, for the creativity, the thing that makes a project fail for those who are realists but cannot move forward is because they are not creative. We had this creativity. What did we do? We read all the regulations that could affect us, every article. Second, we started our demands. We read letters. We had lectures uh, with SAMT and the Vice Presidency of Science. We made them cooperate instead of Sam saying that I do not accept cooperation with Vice Presidency. We made that cooperation happen because we believed we could be effective. We said, what must we do? Uh, our first idea was to do what we wanted to in a smaller scale. It often happens that people usually test their ideas on smaller geographical states with lower number of products because we didn't want the government to react suddenly. Uh, we decided to begin with a small part of the knowledge-based products because we believe that 80% or 90% is also a small um, action, but just for entering this act and beginning, we persuaded the government and ourselves to, instead of the whole collection of the knowledge-based products, to accept only a part of them. But how? We prepared a list of companies and also the government prepared another list. In communication, we finalized one single list. And finally, we accepted that instead of all products having 16 months, we would settle for 8, 4, and 16 months for each product. And finally, it happened. I mean, we with precision, persistence, and putting our time into it, and most important than all, I think it's important in technology and also in innovation and also in bringing in foreign currency. Believe me when I say consistency and effort will be rewarded manifold. As the supreme leader has also pinpointed as consistency and effort. We do not lack legislations. And this is how we got the final result. This is how what you see has happened. We have two signatures on this piece of paper, which was later communicated officially to all the legislative institutes from SAMT and Vice Presidency for Science to the central bank. A notice was communicated and a list was attached, which were that portion of knowledge-based products. Uh, the timing was refined and it was changed from 90% to 80%. What we want to do next, we believe that if all the knowledge-based companies are based upon exporting and having a portion of the international businesses. And if they don't, and their ability to research and development will be taken away from them. But if they do, shall they sell the foreign currency in the bank system? We say it's okay, but we believe that equivalent to what they sell in the system, they must be given research budgets. It's not a big number, but as they provide currency for this country and provide them for the central bank, we must enable the award mechanism as much as they provided us with the currency which was gained from the products they sold. And even if they had extra profits, they will be forced to, in order to keep the market, they will be forced to expand their money. But in order for that to result into technology again, we have to give them the budgets in reals, equivalent to how much currency they brought in, either a new product or a better quality. This is what we are looking for. We haven't forgotten that this is only the beginning. If we had a good experience, it's because we cling to the same belief. And for what we did, we always thanked all who were involved. We knew they were involved. With consistency and will and content creation and helping the legislators, it seems that we can get past all the challenges in the life cycle of knowledge-based productions. You are the CMOOC, trust yourself and your co-workers, become a network, help yourselves, help each other, demand legally because this country belongs to us, and whenever that you think a law is wrong, you have to help refine that with each other's help. Thank you.